This is the finale of the 1998 Irish Formula 4 Championship. Round 12 of the series, and the battle for the series would appear to be between three drivers: Neil Shanahan in the Van Diemen, Chris Paul and Philip Kew. Any second now, you will see at the start-finish line the 5-second board is being shown down below me. It is being shown, so the engines will rev. A 9-lap race for the Irish Championship, and Mark O'Connor gets a great start from the outside of the front row. He's got ahead of Neil Shanahan into the first corner, and we're looking behind him to see how Chris Paul can do, but it is Mark O'Connor who gets the best start, and Philip Kew tucks into third place. A little tap there as Philip Kew in third place stays in third place, but what a great start from Mark O'Connor from the outside of the front row. He's got the lead from Neil Shanahan.
They say that the outside of the front row is the place to be because there's a little dip on pole position, but O'Connor really doing it. So Chris Paul now up into fourth place. Philip Kew, the third place man in the championship. The boys would have to not finish on him to win this championship. But this, as I said to you, was the danger man. This young man, Mark O'Connor, wound up Shanhan looking to go round the outside, and all this is playing into the hands of Chris Paul. If Mark can do the business out here, he's not doing it for Chris Paul, don't get me wrong. He wants to win this race on television. He has that inside door closed, and Philip Kew is watching this with great interest.
Absolutely, and then Chris Paul in fourth place as they head down now to Trapeze and down into this double right-hander, which is the Tarzan 1 and Tarzan 2, and Shanahan tries down the inside. He's got the inside line, but he decides that the discretion is a better part of valor there because O'Connor had closed the door, and Philip Kew closes right up on Neil Shanahan, who slides just a little bit wide, but he does manage to keep it under control. This, the first lap of 9 for the Ford of Ireland Formula Ford Z-Tech Championship. Round 12 of the championship. They've been all around the place. They've been to Mondello, they've been to Kyrgyzstan, they've been to Pembrey a couple of times as well, but this is the final round, the battle, the shootout for the championship. Mark O'Connor leads in the Swift from Neil Shanahan as they come up towards the turn, the paddock bend at the back of the paddock. Just a little slide there from Mark O'Connor up above this little crest into Lola Corner for the very first time. Three abreast. Chris Paul is getting very, very close as well in fourth place to Philip Kew, and down to finish lap 1. It is O'Connor who leads, has a little look in his mirror. Shanahan's getting very close. He's trying around the outside. That is a place to get around, and Neil Shanahan takes the lead into Toyota Corner. He's got to keep it on the left-hand side now because he will have the left-hand corner, and he keeps the lead. Well done, Neil Shanahan. What a great overtaking manoeuvre that was.
Yeah, he came down the outside, which is the long way down, and it is the long way, but O'Connor hasn't given up yet. Shanahan just tucking it in there at Bridgestone. You saw Kew all over the back. This man Kew has won races here. He's been very unfortunate, had 2 clutch failures while on the front row, but what these two in second and third don't want to do now is start to fall over each other. They've got to keep in touch with this man Shannon, because if this kid gets a break, I can tell you he'll pull 5 or 6 car lengths. Kew out on the grass there, still in the background there. Chris Paul, this is no good for his championship. He needs to finish in second place, and he also needs the fastest lap. But let's forget the championship for the moment and watch this battle. Can he pull away? He's very quick down the back here and very, very late on the brakes. We saw what he tried to do with O'Connor. He's already got 3-4 car lengths. That will show slightly different under braking there, but on the way out is where you judge. When he gets the power down, he'll lose it a little bit there. As John said, he got it slightly sideways out of that, but O'Connor quicker through this part, but back out of paddock, out onto the curb. That is where Shannon has it.
Yes, we must give credit to Neil Shanahan there. He did lose the lead, as we say, going into the first corner, but he didn't panic. He showed maturity beyond his years there by making sure that the next time around he did exactly the same to O'Connor by diving around the outside and keeping that left-hand side of the road to make sure that when he gets to the left-hander again next time that he could shut the door on Mark O'Connor. Neil Shanahan coming down to start his last lap.
We'll get our message from the pits that the front suspension of Philip Kew's car is slightly bent. So here we go. Shannon onto his last lap, followed by the Castle car, the Cliff Dempsey run car of it. Here we go. We'll give you the top 6. It's Shanahan from O'Connor, from Philip Kew. George McAlpin has now moved up into 4th place. Mike Klein is 5th, and Alan Ring, an ex-champion, is up into 6th, with Richie Ryans in 7th.
This is the last lap then, and our potential champion is Neil Shanahan. He exits the Bridgestone corner. We head down toward the S's, and that is George McAlpin, I believe. Yes, George McAlpin out of the race. He was sitting in 4th place, but his race is over. But this is the last lap, as I say, for Neil Shanahan in the 98 Van Diemen. He exits the S's, heads up down towards the Parabolica, part of the new track. That's our 2nd place man. That is Mark O'Connor. Behind him, that is Philip Kew, who had that great battle, but came to grief, I'm afraid. Well, he didn't, but Chris Paul did just a lap or so ago. exits down towards the trapeze, down towards into Tarzan 1, brakes late into Tarzan 1, will be in second gear here, up into Tarzan 2 for the very last time. Neil Shanahan knows he just got to keep his cool. Second place is Mark O'Connor, some way distant apart from our race leader. Into now towards the carousel, he'll turn left and go left again, dab on the brakes, change gear, make sure that he keeps a tight line out of this corner. He's no pressure behind him. Neil Shanahan then down in towards Paddock Bend, will let the car drift, not drift too wide because he knows that there's no car behind him. Up over the brow of the hill into Lola Corner for the very last time. We shall salute him. Hopefully this is somebody for the future. We shall hopefully see in Formula 1 possibly down the line. Down towards the main straight, his team arms in the air. Neil Shanahan wins the final round of the Formula 4 Championship. Second place it is Mark O'Connor, and in the background there it is third place man, which is Philip Keogh. So our congratulations to Neil Shanahan, the 1998 champion, wins the Formula 4 Z-Tech race. Second place, a wonderful result for Mark O'Connor, and third place was Philip Keogh.